If you're watching this, then God told me to tell you, don't trick yourself out of your spot. You know what that means. Yeah, you know that you were called, that you're chosen, that you're anointed by the bloodline to break all of the curses that the others couldn't break. So God said, don't allow life to trick you out your spot. Yes, you're going to lose a job. You're going to lose your loved ones and your parents. You might lose a home. You might lose a car. You might have to face a diagnosis that feels bigger than you, but guess what? That was a part of the destiny and the purpose and the calling. It didn't just happen by chance. God knew that you could handle it. He knew that you were strong enough to take on whatever it was that He put in front of you. Consider yourself honored to be one of the chosen ones and take on the job and the task and keep pushing. Don't let whatever it is that's happening to you in your life become your identity. Don't let it become your identity. Don't let it become who you are. Just allow for the character shaping to happen, because that's all that's happening for you. Know how I said that's happening for you and not to you? Because everything that we go through in life is for us. Because eventually, wherever God is leading you with that story or that thing is for someone else. It's so that you can help the next person that may not know how to navigate that thing that you got through without a scratch. Yeah. Again, sometimes we don't understand why we're chosen, but God knew what we could handle that the others couldn't. So before you decide to give up, before you walk away, before you throw your hands up and say, God, I can't do this. This is too big for me. Remember that you're not going through this by yourself. Remember that He's in it with you. Remember that He's shaping every part of this particular journey just for you. And when you start to look at your challenges that way, you'll realize that everything is happening for your greater good. It seems hard now, and I understand. Easier said than done. But just know that at the end of the day, you got the spot because you were chosen for it. And if God felt that anyone else could do it, you wouldn't be in it. Take that badge of honor, put on that suit of armor, and do what you got to do. It's just a moment in time that will pass, and eventually it will become a memory. You know, I find that a lot of times when we go through things in life, some of us choose to get stuck in those things and they become a part of who we are, instead of just taking the lesson that God was putting in front of us and allowing it to be just that, a lesson. My favorite thing in the Bible that God says is to always be renewing your mind. Always renew your mind. Because what happens is when you get stuck in those chapters that seem dark and they seem like you could never come up out of them, what happens to your mind is it gets stuck in those places. And then as you approach other tasks in life that seem a little bit hard, or other roadblocks or other things that God put in front of you, you become afraid of those things because you never renewed your mind from the last task that God gave you. You should always be renewing your mind. And if you understood the definition of renewal, then you would understand why God said continue to always renew that mind. Because renewal means just to go back to normal after something significant happens in your life. It is the simplest definition: to go back to normal. Because God never intended, again, for you to take whatever it is that you went through in life and make it your identity. It was only supposed to shape a part of your character. And I know it's hard. It's hard to not get caught up in the things that harm us and take us out of the homeostasis of life. It's hard to just go back to a state of being that you may not even recognize because you've been sitting in something that has been difficult for so long. But guess what? You can do it. Again, God chose you for a reason. He knew that eventually you'll be able to navigate that thing and get right back to where He needs you to be so that you can continue on the path of the purpose. All right? I don't know who that was for, but I love you. And God wanted me to tell you, don't trick yourself out of your spot. All right? I'm Sierra. That's my TED Talk. Love you. Bye.